Hello SLAPAFISH community, and welcome back to another tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be driving the Tiger 1 A18, which is basically the tank that's in the Ultimate Season Pass. You get the Tiger 1 A18 is a Czechoslovakia Tier 7 heavy tank, premium heavy tank. It's first Czech heavy tank in the entire game. This is going to be in the Ultimate Season Pass. If you're wondering if the Ultimate Season Pass is worth it, well, let me say this. If anytime a Ultimate Season Pass is 6,000 gold, it's more than likely going to be worth it every single time. Just think about it. If you're just getting the Season Pass anyway, that's 2,000 gold. So if you get the Ultimate Season Pass, it's usually 6,000 gold. You minus 2,000, that's 4,000 gold that you're buying for a tank to skip 25 stages, the 3D skin, a 3D commander, and other stuff. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. You want to buy a tier 7, anybody that buys a tier 7 tank for 4,000 gold, that most people would be happy to buy a tier 7 tank for 4,000 gold. Anyway, so also do want to mention, right now I am live right now on Twitch. So if you want to come follow me on Twitch and watch me on Twitch, I'm live stream Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and first link in the description below. So now let's talk about the Tiger 1 A18. This is a devastating 3-shot autolitter, and of course it's Czech. Majority of the time, Czech autolitters are absolutely insane. This tank has a 1.33 interclip reload with a really good rate of fire. As you can see, I think I have mine down to like 5-ish seconds. And that's not really like worrying about the reload or anything. The base reload of this tank is 5.2 seconds. So yeah, that's insane. Does 110 damage per shot. Oh, Lion's down to 4.1 seconds. So yeah, does 110 damage per shot. It's very quick. This tank can burst out damage very, very, very quickly. It has a DPM of 2,517, which is extraordinary for tier 7. Penetration is not bad. It's 178 for its standard, 234 for its premium, 48 for its high explosives. You're not going to be putting her explosives often, so I don't really take that many. But you have plenty enough ammunition to carry in this tank with 106 rounds. But you can still blow through that ammunition because of how fast the tank actually fires. So, let's talk about the equipment and crew skills I have on this tank. Also, I'm going to have 2 replays for you, this one and another one. So, also, this is the same gun that's on the Skoda T25. And this is a real Tiger. Think about that one. Anyway, the equipment is advanced optics, advanced gunling drive, and advanced powertrain with the enhanced target info. I put the powertrain on it because of how bad the power to weight ratio is on this tank. It's 12.42 with a top speed of 40 and reverse speed of 12. So yeah, anything to improve that horsepower per ton definitely will take, because it's quite sluggish with a 12.42 horsepower per ton. So now my skills are not something that you really want to be running on this tank. This is my TVP 5051 crew, so yeah, just keep that in mind when I tell you the skills. So I have Born Leader, Rapid Loading, and Sixth Sense. Good crew skills to have on this tank. Also, with situational awareness is really nice. Now we get on to the other stuff. Green Thumb I wouldn't really put on this tank. Silent Driving, that's really effective. It's 55% decrease of all driving, so it's set on light tanks. Off-road driving to increase your terrain resistance, so definitely would put on this tank. Deadeye would be very helpful because of how many shots this tank puts down range, so you can have more of a chance to ammo-rack people and set them on fire and damage their crew. And steady aim, so like 7 of the 9 crew skills I have on my tank, I wouldn't really I would definitely put on this tank. I mean 8 of the 9, so yeah. The only one I mentioned that I wouldn't really put on this tank would be Green Thumb, but anyway, so yeah, I'm actually running a decent crew for this tank. First time I actually looked at that crew. So, what about this tank? it has an extremely good DPM. It has an extremely good gun. That's a Skoda T25. Yes, this is a gun from a tier 6 onto a tier 7. But don't keep that from, like, don't let that mess with you. Because the Skoda T25's gun is absolutely insane. As you can see me ripping people apart. You can easily rack up the damage in this tank. But it is not all the good, like I said. The power weight ratio is terrible. Like I said before, view range is 380. That's decent for a tier 7 heavy tank. What really holds this tank back, also I do want to mention, you have 1,550 hit points, which helps with the other thing that holds this tank back, which is the armor. Now, the armor of this tank, it has 100 on the front of its turret, 80 at the sides, and 80 at the back. So it didn't get the armor buff like the actual Tiger 1 did. So we did about 3,000 damage there, made 67,000 silver. Tough gun, high caliber, easy peasy. Didn't really bounce anything. We bounced 365. So yeah, it's not a tank that you want to rely on your armor. Especially because the armor did not get buffed like it did on the Tiger 1. So, your front armor, your whole armor is 100 at the front, 80 at the sides, and I believe 80 at the back. Because, armor is not really going to ricochet anything. If it does, it would be angle. If you do want to rely on your armor, which is not highly recommended, angle. 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 Angle, angle, and angle. And use your 7 degrees of gun depression that you get on this tank. And that will be the best chance of bouncing something on this tank. You're not really going to bounce anything. Basically, how you want to do it is just peep around a corner. When you do pop around a corner, put your 3 shots in and fall back really quickly. Because you can put out with 3 shots, 330 damage in about 2.6 seconds. So, yeah. But you also got to remember, because of how fast your reload is and how many shells you can put down range, you can also constantly be out there in the front line because you want to keep your gun going. Luckily, you do have that many hit points of 1,550 to keep you alive. But be careful, because this gun will... You just want to be out there in the front lines because of how many shells, the DPM, and everything that comes up with it. Sniping's not the worst choice. You can snipe in this tank. You can. The accuracy is 0.36, so that you definitely want to boost that up. Get that better. Aim time is 2 seconds. Anytime aim time is longer than the interclip reload on a autoloader is something you really want to buff your aim time, because the aim time is 2 seconds. The accuracy, the interclip reload is 1.33. So, yeah, if you want to be purely accurate, you got to give your shell a chance to give your gun a chance to aim in. Also, with the accuracy, you really do want to kind of aim in. Well, there's some sniping right there. Just, you gotta remember, I do have, like, crew skills and equipment on here to improve the accuracy and the aim time on this tank. But definitely something you want to improve on this tank. Although this Paladin was really getting on my nerves because I wasn't spotted. And I don't know, it could have just been blind firing up here because he knew I was sitting up here because I was spotted up here. Or it could have been the enemy, friendly heavy that was sitting behind me. Could have been spotted. And he was just aiming at them. So don't really know. Either way, it was pretty annoying getting shot while undetected. And that's why I was losing so much hit points. So far, we've lost over 1,000 hit points. We only blocked 390 damage. As I said, not a very good tank to block damage in. But this tank is all about the hit points it has and the gun. So right now, it's an 8v9. We've won the right side of Sand River, which most of the times the enemy team just kind of gives up this side. But In reality, this is a really good side of the map that you really want to win because of how big it is and the locations out there in the AB0. Especially if this is team destruction or encounter, you definitely want to fight on the right side. Definitely I'm out. And right here, I'm going to put some shots in this T-34-85. I'm going back for a reload, and this is just when the reload just helps you out so much. Because I put 2 shots in, missed one, then reloaded, and put all 3 shots in to him while he was backing away trying to put in the cover. So he's more than likely a one-shot. Right now, that's basically what this tank can do. Like, really, it just pumps out the damage. Now, right here, I got to be a little bit cautious because they're all our base. I have 449 hit points. I don't really have the armor, but if any tank I can farm, I'm going to farm because I'm going to try to put my gun into use. If they start capping the base, I really want to reset the base because I am pretty much the closest person here, except for the medium and the heavy tank that's behind me. But I am the person that's spawning up. I am the person that's trying to put the rounds downrange and keeping them from capping out. Keeping the enemy team from capping out. And there's a Projecta 54 definitely really want premium rounds, especially when I don't want to get shot. But I did put 2 shots into them, and 1 did bounce. 1 below play, 1 the cupola. And yeah. Now I'm just going to reload. Here comes the AT7. I'm going to put 3 more shells into the AT7. This AT7 is not having a very good day, especially I just lit him on fire. And I'm just going to secure the kill. I could have let him burn to death, but it's fine because my team just capped out. It's fine. I mean, we racked up plenty of damage. Also, I never did tell you how much the silver boost is on this tank. 30% silver boost, 20% XP boost. Not the highest of things, but it's tier 7. You don't really grind cruise or gain silver in this tier. Do it in tier 8 or cold ore. But anyway, that's it for this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Also, remember to fish because of what you're not. And peace out soon.